Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Pass to Şengün. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Well, when he gets around there, because he's so long and so quick off the floor, Brandon Ingram tough to stop.
Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. It's good on the putback.
And getting in there quickly to crash the glass.
Here's Şengün. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Looking at the Raptors spread, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, I felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
To the inside, kicks it out to Barnes. Back to Quickly, just 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. Thompson's got 5.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. And so here is Toronto. 4-point game. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And here's Ingram outside. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Ingram might want the straight-on shot, but if it's available in the corner, he can knock it down.
And Şengün throw it down.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Now here's Quickly. Pass to Barnes. Picked by Poeltl. Barnes goes in. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Brent, Scotty Barnes.
Oh, wow! What a play! Woo. That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Barrett. Down low. Back to Poeltl. Kicks it to Quickly. Clock at 6. To the paint. The shot by Ingram, no good. Houston in the lead. Here's Şengün. Back to Brooks. Inside. Nice move. And Şengün gets it to go. Şengün's got 7 points in the game.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That'll be a second foul of the game.
14 foul.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Poeltl. Outside for Ingram. Just 4 to shoot. And the shot falls short that time.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And this is something Brooks must continue focusing on. When he sets up guys, team chemistry improves.
Back to quickly. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Houston leading by 6. Let's send it out to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. Allie?
We talked about Fred VanVleet and how Coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but Coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's quickly. Pass to Boucher. Back to Ingram. Boucher with it. The shot comes out. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Adams, no hesitation, and right to the rim.
And here's quickly. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 7. Here's Ingram. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Ingram's got 7.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Thompson outside. Here's Adams. The kick out to VanVleet. Here's Green. Back to VanVleet. Misses the 3. Amen Thompson. He is feeling it tonight. And he's been the driving force for Houston. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Houston?
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Boucher, no good. Houston leading by 5. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
The fadeaway. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Toronto with the ball. Outside Barrett. To the middle. And finished off by Boucher.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
Holiday with the ball. Outside Whitmore. The Rockets with another miss. Raptors trail by 3. Outside Barnes. Outside Ingram. Here's Boucher. And it's Toronto with another.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's Houston's ball. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Hits a 3-pointer. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
And how about RJ getting a little bit fancy with that one as he flushes it home.
And it's good for 2. Thompson's got 11 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
You know, Grant and VanVleet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this lead.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Back to Van Vliet. No good on the triple. Toronto trailing. To the paint. Quickly, left side. Pass to Ingram. Boucher on the screen. Outside Barrett. To the inside. Outside for Boucher. Now here's Quickly. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. He's got 5.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
BA, Fred Van Vliet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you gotta work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it, and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Pass to Van Vliet. From the arc.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Back to Quickly. Back to Boucher. Inside. Kicks it out to Barrett. There's the 3. Brooks with the rebound. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the second quarter. Houston with another miss. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Brooks from outside. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Outside Ingram. Down low. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here's Thompson. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Scotty Barnes on the receiving end of that one.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. There's 31 seconds left in the second. And during the first few seasons of Immanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Graham.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward. Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
To the wing, right side. On the wing, Thompson. Van Vliet outside. Here's Barrett. Outside Ingram. Back to Barrett. To the middle. 1 second left. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Rockets ahead. Up 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Quickly drives in. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
In an instant, Quickly saw the opening, didn't hesitate.
Here's Brooks. The layup off target. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pirtle up top. Tipped away. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Van Vliet's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Ingram. 7 points in the game. Quickly outside. To the inside. Boucher. And finished off by Boucher.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Brooks. The three from Thompson. Drains the triple.
3 points.
Thompson's got 16 points now.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown. Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Here's Thompson. 16 points for him. Let's go with a three. Pirtle grabs a miss. Thompson with a steal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 18.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
And that's a foul called on Jae'Sean Tate. That's his first foul of the game. And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
And Şengün gets it to go. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pirtle up top. Back to Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, right now, Brandon Ingram is just taking command of the entire game.
Pass to Smith. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Outside Ingram. The jump hook. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, we all raise our eyebrows to the scoring, but Brandon Ingram is an assist getter.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Ali. Thank you. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Pass to Pirtle. Left side Ingram. Kicks it out to Barrett. Jacks up a three. Connects from downtown. Barrett's got 9 points.
RJ right there moving without the basketball, and that helps him to get to an open spot on the floor. That creates the rhythm.
Back to Şengün. And here's Smith. He's guarded by Barnes. Inside. Here's Şengün. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
You at your very loudest.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. The Raptors with a lead. They set the pick. To the wing on the left. Here's Boucher for three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the wing, Whitmore. Fires the three. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Whitmore's gotten himself on the board with a three there. Now Ingram. 12 points for him. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it out to Barrett. The three ball. The shot won't fall. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. The Rockets on top, up by one.
The Rockets, 46.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Here's Thompson. There's the drive. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
To the paint. Tries from 6 feet. And that one good.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Van Vliet. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Just an active score. Defenses know when Van Vliet is looking to capitalize, forcing them to compromise sometimes.
He hits the second from the line.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
To the inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
When he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Barrett navigating the floor right there and understanding on that possession that he needed to finish.
And it's Brooks missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Ingram. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
But both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Pass to Barnes. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Fred Van Vliet. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Back to Smith. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., and there's a chance to extend that right here.
Outside Ingram. Picked by Pirtle. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Şengün in the post. And Şengün throw it down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And again, Toronto no good. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Thompson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Raptors.
Substitution for the Rockets. Number 4.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Barrett with it. Guarded by Smith. Pass to Ingram. Here's Pirtle. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Here's Şengün. Rebound Toronto. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter here. Right side Barrett. Off target from outside.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Smith outside to take the lead. And it's Boucher with the rebound. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. The lead is 2. Outside Ingram. Puts up a 3. Is kept alive. And that's a foul called on Jakob Pirtle. That's his 3rd foul so far. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes it difficult to defend. The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
Both free throws good from Thompson.
In a close game, every point matters. Terrific focus at the line there to help them keep pace.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Thompson to take the lead. Cash!
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Inside. Outside for Ingram. Picked by Pirtle. Down low. Over Şengün. Now here's Van Vliet. Shot and game clock separated by 5. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that. Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. This is why you love Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
The 3 from Barnes. And buries it from deep. Oh, an enormous three-pointer.
Timeout, timeout.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Three-pointer, Holiday. And he drills the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's the Rockets who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart.